Hi, I'm from Electro World calling about your AI-powered interview. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Thanks for your interest in the Senior Sales Associate position with us. I'm excited to connect to learn more about your experience and how this role could be a fit for you. As part of the first step in our screening process, I'd like to get to know you better and answer any questions you have about the role and company. It should take around 10 minutes. Do you have any questions about the interview formats before we start?
No, that sounds great. Could you give me a really brief idea of what Electro World does?
Of course, we're a growing specialty retailer focused on bringing the best in consumer tech and gadgets to customers across North America. From laptops and smart home devices to gaming gear and audio, we really pride ourselves on helping folks find exactly the right tech for their lives. To start us off, are you authorized to work in the United States?
I am.
That's great to hear. Now, could you tell me a bit about your experience with retail sales, specifically within consumer electronics?
I have experience in sales.
That's a good start. Could you dive a bit deeper into that? I'm curious about the specific types of electronics you've worked with and what your daily responsibilities looked like in those roles.
Oh, okay, yeah, for sure. When I was at Future Buy, I was there for maybe 3, 4 years as one of the on-floor retail salespeople. Really focused on selling TVs and laptops, and really got deep into understanding which of those different devices the right type of person would need.
That sounds like a solid foundation. Since tech changes so rapidly, how do you personally keep yourself up to speed on the newest product launches and technical specifications?
Yeah, great question. I think because I'm passionate about the electronics world, I'm kind of digging into it as a hobby. When I'm at home, I'm always looking into what the newest thing coming out is or what the next device that is really going to make an impact is going to be. And I think that passion for this space and this world is what helps me really just stay on top of what is the right piece to put in front of any of our customers.
That's awesome. Having that genuine curiosity really makes a difference when you're on the sales floor. Building on that, what specific strategies do you rely on to make sure you're consistently hitting or even exceeding your individual sales targets?
Sorry, could you repeat that question for me?
No problem, I can rephrase that. When it comes to your sales goals, what specific strategies or habits do you use to make sure you're hitting those targets month after month?
Got it. I think for me, there's a couple things. One, I really just love helping people and making sure that if they're coming into the location that I'm working at, they're leaving with what they were looking for. And so I think that honest desire to just make sure they're having a great experience is an organic way to have myself driving towards those quotas or end goals on sales. I think the second piece is I'm competitive. I want to make sure that if I'm doing something, I'm doing it very, very well. And so keeping track of what it means to be good. How do I make sure I'm not only meeting that quota but exceeding it? And frankly, doing better than the other people in the store is something that really drives me. And so I think between those two things, hitting and exceeding quota is something that I've done throughout my entire career and imagine I would continue doing while at Electro World.
It's great that you're driven by both a genuine customer focus and a competitive spirit. That's a strong combination. Can you walk me through a specific example of a time when you successfully turned a first time buyer into a repeat customer?
Yeah, great question. I guess back to Future Buy, I had a customer come in that was looking just for an HDMI cable. But when we started digging into, hey, what is it that you're looking to do with this cable? And why are you needing something that frankly was really, really long? He was looking for a 50-meter HDMI cable. It turned out that he was using a lot of old technology and was trying to run a laptop in his office into a TV in his living room and didn't have any smart devices or anything like that to help. And I think just really understanding that customer's problem and what he was trying to solve allowed me to not just provide him with the thing he was looking for, but actually provide him with advice on how to improve the entire setup. And so that led to him buying some smart devices while he was in store that day and then turning into a return customer while kind of building out a just better system for his overall goal.
That's a perfect example of identifying the real need behind the request. It really highlights how being an advisor makes all the difference. Speaking of challenging moments, how would you handle a situation where a customer is genuinely unhappy or dissatisfied with a product they purchase from you?
Yeah, it's a situation that definitely comes up and one that you have to handle delicately, at least. I think the first thing is understanding why are they upset? What is it that went wrong? Did it not meet their expectations or did we sell them the wrong device? Or are they just upset for the sake of being upset? And I think really getting to the bottom of what is it that's causing them this pain or this discomfort really allows us to make sure we're resolving it in a meaningful way. I think the other important thing is the client or customer is technically always right. And so we want to make sure that we are not putting blame on them and that we're making sure they feel understood in why they want to return this item. If it's an item that's able to be returned, I would go ahead and process that return if that's the only path forward. If it's something that is a one time purchase and not able to be returned, I would make sure I explain that to them in a meaningful way and keep them calm and understood throughout the process and try to provide some alternatives. So if there's another device that they could take at maybe a discounted rate or something like that to get them, out the door happy, despite not being able to make that return is what I'd be aiming for.
That's a very professional approach to managing expectations and keeping the customer's perspective at the forefront. We really value that level of empathy here. That actually brings us to the end of my questions. It was great speaking with you today to hear about your background and your approach to sales. As I mentioned, we'll be in touch via email regarding the next steps in the next few days. Before I let you go, do you have any questions for me about the role or the team?
Do you have any breakdown of the benefits that would be included?
I can certainly cover the basics for you. For full-time employees, we offer health, dental, and vision coverage after 90 days, along with HSA and FSA options. You'd also get 15 days of PTO plus 5 personal days, a 401k plan with a 3% employer match, and life and disability insurance. Plus, there's a 25% employee discount on most products and 40% off accessories. Does that help? Or would you like me to clarify any of those points? Also, do you have any other questions for me?
No, that sounds great. I think that's everything for me. So thank you so much for giving me the opportunity.
You are very welcome, and I've really enjoyed our conversation today. I'm glad I could provide those details for you. Since you don't have any further questions, you can go ahead and end the call whenever you're ready. Thanks again for your time.